Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Ratchet Clank. Oh my goodness, last time we completed Planet Hoven and now we're off onto a multitude of areas. Oh my goodness, we're going to do a quick bunch of backtracking at the start of this video. And this video is going to be a little longer than normal. Normally we'd go on to the next planet, but we're going to do some backtracking, get a couple skill points, a couple gold bolts. So my goodness, you're going to see me transition in and out at the start before we progress. So first things first, we are going to do a quick trip back to Planet Novalis. Oh my goodness, it is time. This video should be going up pretty shortly soon after I finish this recording. I just got to make sure the audio sounds good and upload it. And then I'm going to finish editing part 16 and we should be golden. So here we are on Planet Novalis. We got to destroy one of these ships. And that's our skill point. That is take aim, 18 out of 30 skill points. And going on from there. Now, we're going to head down here. The reason why we got... My goodness, I'm having a massive brain fart. I got the hydro pack last part, and so we can traverse through this heavy terrain of water. That way we can make our way to the gold bolt. So we're going to go ahead and use the hydro pack down here, and just hold R1 as much as we can and make our way here. Also going to jump up here because there are a couple bolts we can get, and I can break these mushrooms because why not? So we're going to do a quick long jump up here and be fine. Also, there are a lot of amoeboid creatures here, which is funny because you don't see a whole lot of amoeboid creatures here at all until you go to this part of the game. Although in the remake, there are amoeboid creatures towards the start of the level in the earlier cave section, which I thought was a little neat touch in the remake, even though I'm not a big fan of it. And you're going to take care of these guys. The gold bolt is going to be up there, but we can't get over there from here by normal means, so we're going to go ahead and make our way down here. Go ahead and go down. Look at that. I'm going to use the Glove of Doom. I've honestly grown a little love for the Glove of Doom this Let's Play. It wasn't really a weapon I cared for, but after using it in a better way than I normally have in the past, I honestly have just fell in love with it. And, yeah. Take care of these guys pretty quickly. Not too heavy, and also grab all these bolts as we can go along. Man, it's crazy to see how far we are in this Let's Play so far, and it's honestly, I'm enjoying it. I have been streaming a lot more than I should, and I'm getting ready to transition from the military as I talked last part. I do want to get a little talk, just to do better at commentating. So, last night was a hell of a doozy for me. I did not sleep well. I got woken up at like 2 o'clock in the morning by my phone going off. I got a call, random call, but that is 24 out of 40 gold bolts, and that is all the gold bolts for this planet. We are never coming back to Planet Novalis. And now we are off to Planet Kerwan. I'm going to go ahead and save the story for later on. Because I'm going to let the... first, just show off what we need to get. So we're going to get 2 skill points here, and then we're never going to come back. So first things first, we're going to go ahead and get the Visibomb out. And then we're going to go and make our way a little bit forward. So that blimp, in one of the earlier parts that I tried to destroy on the train, we didn't do it, so we got to do it here. So we're going to use the Visibomb and go ahead and reach it. Pretty easy, just blow it up. And that is skill points 19 of 30, called Blimpy. That is 2 out of 3 for this planet. And the last one... Corktastic, baby. That is all skill points. 20 of 30. Hell yeah. Alrighty, my friends. That is it for Planet Kerwan Metropolis. We're going to head over to one more place. And that is the Blarg Station. Oh my goodness. So we had to get one more gold bolt here we could not get earlier. But now that we have the O2 mask, we can easily make our way to it. So let's go and explore outside, shall we? Actually, I lied. There is one more place we are going to explore. So let's go ahead and head out here. And as you can see by that glowing hue in the distance, there is a gold bolt that we could not reach when we originally traversed this area with Clank. And go and take care of this amoeboid creature real quick. And just go and grab these bolts, because why not? More bolts the better, as I say. Alright, gonna do a high jump around, or long jump. Wanted to go... There we go. Now behind here is our final gold bolt. That is 25 of 40, 2 of 2. We are well past the halfway point, my friends. Alrighty, friends, we're going to do one more transition real quick, and I'll see you guys over there. And here we are in Planet Pokitaru, and we are going to trade in the Raritanium for the Persuader, and we are going to get a huge discount on anything Gadgetron related. So I'm going to go ahead and make our way back into the sewers, and I will see you guys after a quick little cutscene.
Perfect! This is precisely what I need. You will bring me more Raritanium.
You can't be serious.
Well, I tried.
We got the Persuader, baby. Alright, so as I stated earlier, this is a great means of getting discount on any gadgets or bolts or even ammo, for that matter, on any Gadgetron vendor, so give us a good discount. I'm quite grateful for that. Anywho, now we're finally going to head off to where we need to go to next. Like I said, this video is going to be a little long, so let's go on and make our way next. And we're going to head to the Gimmick Place Atlantis Orbit. There's a couple cutscenes up ahead, so I'm going to let the game do the talking. I'll see you guys in a quick second.
It is time to begin your new assignment.
Ah, a photo op by your shiny new shuttle. Terrific idea.
Oh, you really are an idiot.
What?
You are to take that shuttle to the moon base and ambush those two miscreants when they arrive.
Oh, yes. Who are they again?
Those two!
Oh, of course. There is just one problem. I'm,
Too washed up for ground combat? True. That is why I will be loaning you my starfighter. You can still fly, can't you? It's settled then. You will acquire the starfighter once you get to the moon. Screw this up, and the endorsement deal is off!
But that would ruin me. You wouldn't.
Try me.
Alrighty, so it looks like we are going to be encountering Captain Quark, if it wasn't obvious by the thumbnail you guys saw that I made. Alrighty, so here we are in the Gimmick Base. Oh my goodness, I actually really like this area, despite how long it is. But there is one more little quick cutscene that I'm going to let you guys enjoy real quick, and then I will get back into my, hopefully, well, professional commentary.
I did not see Drek's ship. We must have missed him.
Who knows where Quark is now? If we're gonna catch those two, we need a faster ship.
Perhaps this space station will supply the ship we need.
Well, we're here. Let's go check it out.
Alrighty, my friends, we have 1 gold bolt and 1 skill point to get here. And then from there, it is a straight shot. So as we go along, we're going to be getting the skill point. So first things first, let's go ahead and get the Visibomb. Actually, let's go ahead and do some quick editing to our quick select, because there are a couple things we need to do here. For starters, I am not going to need the Hydro Displacer at all on this planet, if it isn't by obvious that we are literally in a space station out in the middle, well, space. Alright, let's see here. I'm going to get the Walloper out, and then let's go and get the Visibomb. So as you've noticed, these little cargo ships or vessels that we see outside here on the space station, there are quite a few around here that we need to destroy. I'm going to do my very best to break them along as we go, because the last one is in a inside part of the station that we can get along the way. So I'm just going to go ahead and destroy all of these ones real quick, and it is possible to cheese this area with the Visibomb distances away, because there are some pretty powerful enemies we shall encounter as we go along, but I want to keep it as any casual player would do, and not like cheese level. So let me go and get some ammo real quick. As you can see, the Persuader's already in motion. Look at those discounts, baby. Something 7,000 will cost us only 5,000. Oh, yes. All right, so let's go and refill on ammo. And now we're going to head down here. There are some hidden crates behind here that I'm going to go and grab real quick. And back to the story time. So last night was a hell of a doozy for me. Not only not sleeping well, I had quite a bit of nightmares. I don't really tend to have a lot of nightmares that I can vividly remember, but there's only like a certain select few, and last night was hella weird. Not only did I get waken up in the middle of the night, and no, I'm not blaming me getting woken up because of my reckless sleep. I stayed up longer because of other things. For one, I got a lot of emails from my chain of command so I have to go through a program called TAPS, which is a mandatory course, learning class that I need to take in order to separate from the military. It's pretty much a help transition program, or class rather, that gives you resources and anything you might need to help you transition back into civilian life, and I was trying to register as soon as possible. And so I was staying up late for that, and I kept waking up from these nightmares, which I don't mind sharing, honestly. I shared with my friends. It was funny because when I was trying to sleep and I kept waking up, another friend of mine also kept having weird dreams, and he shared it, and then I was like, I'll tell you by in the morning because I'm way too tired. The first one is a bit weird, so the first dream that I had, pretty much, I ended up... I had this weird dream where I was in like this futuristic apocalyptic world or anything. Like I was in like this community, right? Something like out of The Last of Us, and we were getting like about to get hoarded by like a bunch of zombies, and we were like trying to hold down like the fort pretty much, like make sure like nothing gets by us. And at some point I think the place started to get overrun, and I was just told to get to higher ground, and I kept like climbing a bunch of random stuff just to get away out of the grass reach. And then at some point I just woke up. I don't remember what caused me to woke up or why. I just think I just naturally woke up. And let's go and get these last two vessels over here, and then there should be one more. The last one should be inside. And the gold bolt we were gonna get for this planet, we're gonna have to go after we've beaten it, so you will see me do a quick transition after everything. And the third dream that I had, now this one's a hell of a doozy. So I was like dreaming that I was in like this abandoned like construction parking lot site, and there were like tunnels and broken down buildings. Pretty much it was like abandoned construction that never got touched, and I was literally just like walking around exploring the area, and I was walking through like these construction tunnels where graffiti was like written on, like clearly no one had been there for a long time. And at some point, cops started like swarming the entire area, and I was like, "Oh, I don't think I should be here. Let's get out of here before I get caught or get into any trouble." And so I was trying to like make it way back to my car, which is funny. I don't have a car, so I don't know where my brain thought, "Oh, let's get to the car." And as I'm trying to make my way to the car, I am close by to like one of the officers in my dream, and they ended up like saying, "Oh, keep an eye out for a suspect as there's been a murder in the area." And I'm like, holy shit, I better, get out of here. And I was like, holy crap, okay, I need to go. Let's get out of here as quick as possible. I don't want to get caught up in the mix. I don't want to be, falsely accused or get into any more trouble than I might already be in by being somewhere where I'm not supposed to be. Let's just get to my car, right? And I get close to my car, and I look down the street. So the way I guess my brain had envisioned this dream is where my car was parked, there was like a four-way street where you can look up, down, left, right, and you can see like the ends of a street, right? And in one of those streets, right, was this giant fucking tall clown just looking at me, and I remember this vividly because he was waving at me, had this sign with, I shit you not, the abbreviation LOL on the sign. He's waving at me, and I remember vividly just like going, no, fucking go away. And I guess he walked to the right, and I looked down to pull my car door handle, and the car is gone, and it's on the other side of that four-way street. I'm like, okay, that's fucking weird. And I quickly run to my car, only to see the clown at the end of that street. Same clown. This time he's waving more aggressively with this big grin on his face. And I remember vividly in my dream, I yell, fuck off, and I'm flipping him off like with the middle, of course, flipping off with the middle finger. And I'm like, fuck off. And I just see him like depressed as shit walk to the right one more time. And I look down to reach my car door again. The car has been moved one more time. And this is where it gets a little weird, because I ended up going to my car where it was and moved down to like the next area to the right. I went to my car, and as I'm about to pull the car door handle, I look up and I see the clown running towards me fast as fuck with like blood coming down its eyes and this grin, like something out of like a creepypasta. And I remember waking up before anything had happened, and I couldn't move. at all for like a few minutes, and I feel breathing down my neck, and I'm like low-key just like, oh hell no kind of moment where it's like, okay, the fucker clown is right behind me. I need to like react. And the moment I was able to, I kicked really, really hard, and I ended up hitting my fan that I used for my room, and I snapped the moment I heard this loud thud in my room, and my fan's lying on the floor, and I kicked my foot really fucking hard, and just had this like what the fuck kind of dream that I just had. And I've never had like anything like that before, where I wake up and I can't move at all. And it was like low-key one of those weirdest experiences I've ever had. And then at some point, like I look at my phone and I see that my girlfriend had texted me, and apparently she couldn't sleep because she was getting ready to move into the dorms for college. And I was like, hey, if you want to call, that would like mean a lot to me. I'm having trouble sleeping as well. Also, not to break away from the story, the gold bolt that we saw behind those laser fences earlier is where the last gold bolt is. Unfortunately, we cannot reach it until we have beaten the level, and we will have to do a long transition back in order to reach it. So I will be going back there before we end this video. And so I ended up like texting her that, and then I ended up like looking through any messages that I missed, and it was just one hell of a night. And I ended up like staying up a little later just to fill out some paperwork that I needed to do so I can attend the TAPS class again, because apparently the one that I originally wanted to go for was no longer available. I had to fill out another one, and luckily for me, I am scheduled to do that class next week, so I'm very happy to report that I'll be doing that full transition next week. So that's really great, it's along with like physical therapy and all this stuff that I'm going through. And then at some point I ended up passing out at like 4, maybe 5-ish in the morning, and I woke up at like 7:20, and I'm just like, oh my god. And I didn't want to get up. It was one of the most weirdest nights I've ever had, and I've had nights where I just don't sleep at all, especially when I was very young. I really had a bad problem sleeping. I think the worst time when I was very, very little, I didn't sleep for like a week, and my body like started to shut down. So I've had like insomnia and stuff like that, or at least in an area where I have not been able to sleep at all, and I was on prescription medication to sleep. I could have been all chalked up because to my ADHD or some shit. I don't know. I was just very terrible at sleeping as a kid. Now I can sleep without medication just fine. There have been nights where I do need something to help me like fall asleep. It's very hard for me to like, once I get woken up, it is very hard for me to fall asleep unless I like really focus. So I will link the music that I was listening to last night in the description. There is this relaxing compilation of, funny enough, the Jack and Daxter games of like ambience that I was listening. I've been listening to it like the past couple nights, and last night it really helped as much as it could, and it really like helped a lot. It really did. And it was really cool. Also, these are the big jet fighters I was talking about. They will do a shit ton of damage with each hit, so keep your distance and just use the Visibomb. They'll blow up to one hit, or you can do, I believe, 3 shots with the Devastator. But personally, I prefer the Visibomb with these guys in this level. Oh my goodness. And so, yeah, that was my night. It was one hell of an experience. And to anyone who's ever having like trouble sleeping, I hope you know I can totally relate, and I hope we can all get some good sleep. I know since I have Monday off and this weekend off to enjoy Martin Luther King Jr. Day, that I will be able to get some good more sleep. I do plan on uploading part 16 tomorrow, and after this I'm probably going to finish editing and recording as well. So I hope you guys will enjoy as much as I do. I'm actually having a lot of fun, despite the many delays and slowness of my uploads. I've honestly I can play these games over and over. Ratchet Clank, Jack and Daxter, Kingdom Hearts, any like franchise like that I've been playing since I was little. Honestly, I could just go back and replay and just enjoy myself, and this is one of the big ones that I love, and it's very near dear to my heart. And I hope I've been at least showing that off with my knowledge of these games, because I've played them over and over. I've gotten the skill points over and over. and I hope you guys enjoy it as much as I do. I know I've got a lot to improve in terms of quality, commentary, and I know it's one big journey, but I know that I will get better as time goes on. Alright, so we can open up this door with the as we've opened up this door with the Trespasser, we can take care of these Blarg enemies that are in these turret guns. If we don't do that, they will like shoot a ray of guns at us, and it's going to be very hard to walk that straight line. So we take care of these guys pretty quickly, we will be a-okay. Alright, I think that's just about it. And I think I might use the, nah. Should I use the bolt grabber? Or not the bolt grabber, the metal detector? No, I think I'll be fine. I'll come back another... might use the metal detector another time after this. Oh, speaking of Jak and Daxter, I ended up installing the fan PC. I don't know if... I believe I mentioned this in the last video, but I ended up installing the fan PC called Open Video. I have it installed, and it pretty much is the best way to play Jak and Daxter these days, and I'm very excited because I'm going to be using that to do a Let's Play on it after this, because I would really love to play Jak and Daxter again. I was playing the second Jak 2 on my PS5 the other day, and it's like, I would really love to play these games again. So I'm very excited to say that that is my next Let's Play. It won't be as long as this one, because that one's more straightforward than the Ratchet games, at least in the first Jak and Daxter, because it's pretty much just like an average collectathon, but I think it's one of the best collectathons I've ever played in my entire life. Because with Jak and Daxter, right, it is just a seamless transition from point A to point B. You can practically play the game without dying and not see any loads. And it is, again, like, true testament of how ahead of time Naughty Dog was for their game development. It is just absolutely phenomenal. Anyways, we can take care of these guys like we did with Room with the Trespasser, with the Devastator. Again, those guys will shoot bullets at us as we try to cross down the path. If we take care of them right here, we'll be a-okay. I'm going to get the Taunter back out and grab all these bolts and ammo that it may drop. And up ahead, we should be encountering the final little vessel in this area to get this skill point called, I believe, Sitting Ducks is the name. Anyways, I'm going to make it here. Also, I'm going to be doing an updated, I might be doing an updated infinite bolt glitch. I was talking to one of my friends in a private group chat, and I know that some people here do play on the PS5 streaming service with the PlayStation Plus subscription, I believe is what it's called. I know because I've done it too, and that's how I got the Platinum Trophy for these games. In terms of like modern hardware, the main way I played these games though has always been through the PS2, because the PS2 is low-key one of my favorite consoles. But anyways, anywho, this room is completely full of enemies, and we also need to take care of these little spawners. We'll spawn these little metal gremlins at us. I don't know the actual names of the enemies, but I do apologize, but let's go and take care of these guys real quick. Get them out of my way, and we can also use them against these guys shooting flamethrowers, and they can also hurt each other with the flamethrower, which I think is pretty cool. But I think that should be all these little gremlins that are chasing us. I'm going to take care of these guys real quick. Hopefully. I can also strafe too, huh? If it would do any damage, and it looks like it's not. So, blaster time. There we go. Ow. Alright, so now we can progress. So, let's go ahead and get the skill points, shall we? I'm hoping I didn't miss any, but let's see. Please, please, please. Yes, that is the skill point. That's 21 of 30 skill points, and it is called Sitting Ducks. And that is the only skill point for this planet. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and grab anything that we might have missed around here and make our way down. Also, I don't mind sharing like a bit of a story time on my videos, because honestly, I think it's a great way to, I guess, build myself and like provide better commentary over things. Because I've watched like people like Kubanamani456, and like they just talk while they play games, and I think it'd be a nice way for me to improve on my commentary, just to talk about life in the best ways that I can. Of course, I'm not going to talk all about my personal life, but as much as I'm willing and capable to share. But up ahead, we're about to encounter someone we've been looking for, so I'll see you guys in a minute.
Hello, Captain Ratchet. Come and get me, hero.
Perhaps we could obtain a ship in there.
Great idea. Let's go.
Alrighty, so this is the Captain Quark boss fight. Okay, so if you are familiar with Planet Poketaro, you know this jet fighter mission anywhere. So we're going to have to shoot down all of these, I guess, little engines or exhausts on his big ship vessel. You can do some pretty reasonable damage with just the mini turret gun just fine, but also be careful as you will take down a lot of damage with everything. And also be sure to shoot down as much. Don't use a whole lot of the missiles you have, because those will come a lot more handy towards the end of the fight. I'm gonna try my very best here not to die, although I can't guarantee anything. And also, you can also shoot down the asteroids as well. I don't think they'll do as much drops, and sometimes you might have terrible luck and these guys won't drop anything at all. I've had that before in the past where I'll shoot them down, they can only like give me nanotech and no missile, and it just makes me harder. So I try to save as much of the actual torpedo missiles to for the final end of this fight. My goodness, what's with all the uhs? I think anyone watching this can make a drinking game out of me and be like, alright, take a shot. Anywho. And I had no luck on getting it, so I'm gonna go and shoot these things down the best I can. There's also going to be a move that Quark does where he tries to grab you with his vortex as he shoots those missiles. Oh, speaking of which. Alright, so during this fight, you don't want to have any acceleration going. You're just going to turn left and right and shoot down these missiles. You can also deal damage to Quark as you're in that state. And depending on how low you get his HP down, he will automatically go into that. And I believe towards the end of the fight, he'll start running away from you and start dropping a bunch of mines. And that's where I want to save all the torpedoes for, which I believe after... Yep, there you go. And the last one should be right here. These torpedoes are actually a lot harder to avoid and deal with.
Mayday! Mayday! Well, Ratchet, I'd say you passed the test. Oh, boy.
Yes! Quark is history.
Despite my earlier criticism, I must admit your piloting skills are improving.
I knew you'd come around.
But that has not helped us locate Drek.
Come on, Clank. Can't you just once relax and enjoy a little success? Hey, you want to catch Drek? Betcha this baby can do it.
This is Darla Gratch reporting live from Gorda City. This once peaceful planet is being torn apart today in an unprovoked attack. It now seems certain that Supreme Executive Chairman Drek will not be dissuaded in his efforts to destroy the galaxy for his own selfish needs. All hope certainly seems lost.
Darla Gratch, Channel 2 News.
Yes, I know. It is worse than I expected, too.
Look, maybe you were right. This is a lot bigger than you or me. I was really selfish focusing on Quark.
It is not too late to stop Drek.
Hey, yeah! We've got this new ship. Let's go get him.
Now you are talking.
Alright, so yeah, pretty much that is the Captain Quark boss fight. I realized I was talking more than I should, especially with the gameplay. But, needless, there is one more thing I do want to show off before we progress and come back for the gold bolts right after this. So if you do a couple wall bounds up here and go onto this little platform, hit the little switch, there is another percentage for 100%ing this game. I kept quiet to myself. I think I might have messaged it at some point. And these are golden weapons. Now, a small select few are here in the early game, or in the original game of this. In the New Game Plus, all of them will be available the moment you land on Planet Ovalis. But pretty much you need gold bolts and a certain amount of bolts to even purchase these. They are very expensive, and they're pretty much upgrades of the original weapons that you have purchased or gotten throughout the game. I will not be buying any of them at the current moment, but it is a cool thing to show off real quick. Now, I might have to do a quick backtracking real quick. To get this gold bolt. Unfortunately, I cannot go back the way I came through because this little bridge did not extend like I wanted it to. So I'll be with you in just a moment, my friends. Alrighty, everyone. We are back to where I wanted to go. And in this area, as I mentioned earlier, is now open the moment we beat Quark, and we can go and grab this gold bolt. So let's go ahead and do it. And this should be the last gold bolt for this planet, gamers. 26 out of 40 1 of 1. Heck yeah, that is everything for this planet. Alright, my friends, I'm gonna do one more transition back to the area I want to go, and I'll see you guys there in just a moment. Man, this is a lot of fun. I love you guys. Hope you guys know that. Ooh, boy. Alright, so now we're back to the area where we started off the fight with Court. The reason why I transitioned back here is, one, there's a quick teleportation pad that'll take us back to our ship, and there's a bunch of bolts here. So let's go ahead and make our way over there, shall we? Actually, yeah, no. Teleportation pad, return to our ship. And here we are. Oh my goodness, the next video is going to be quite a doozy, my friends. And I hope you guys are excited. I am ready to get that uploaded tomorrow, and I hope you guys will enjoy it as much as I did recording it. And I will see you guys there. But let's go and take a little quick tour real quick. The next planet we're going to is Gorda City Ruins. But this is planet Atlantis Orbit. We've got everything. Gorda City is up next. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video. My name is The Mystic, and be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace, take care, and bye-bye!